Alright lads, welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the newest Rank 6 Premium, supposedly coming in the next update of War Thunder. This is of course the M1 KVT. This has just been announced today, as you can see, 21st of April. And it's basically a absolutely cursed M1 Abrams. For those of you who don't know, this was basically like an op-4 aggressor version of an M1 Abrams used for training. Kind of like the F5 aggressors that we see in the American Tree. So everything you see here is fake. They've like welded some barrels onto the back of it. Kind of looks like the T62s. The ERA blocks here, I don't think it's not going to be functional ERA, it's just cosmetic. Then of course we have a T80 style mud flap and dozer. I think it's supposed to replicate a dozer. It's basically a tank supposed to look like a Soviet block vehicle, which was used for training American forces. This of course is coming to the 6th rank of the American tech tree. You get 2,000 Golden Eagles and 15 days of premium time. You also get the Red Skirt title. If you're a fan of the Centre Left podcast with a Dasher, that might be a nice little crossover for you. And you also get the Krasnovian Tank Division decal, which as you can see here, looks kind of like a Liberation Fist and an M1 Abrams on the front of it. So apart from looking quite cursed, there is actually an option to change this back to a regular M1 Abrams. We can see here that it is worth noting, you can also uncheck the modification box, returning it to a familiar look of the menacing Abrams M1. I'm not sure whether you'll get the side skirts back. Not having side skirts, isn't really going to be a massive impact at top tier. And that is pretty much it in terms of the actual offer from the update. It does say that we get two types of AP FSDS, so let's hop into War Thunder and have a look at the M1 Abrams and what we can expect. Alright, so back in the cursed game we come, and we have the M1 Abrams. This is a battle rating 10.3, rank 6, American main battle tank. To start with, unlike many of the other Abrams in game, this does have the 105mm gun. I assume that is what we were going to be getting. I'm assuming it's based off just the regular M1 Abrams. It looks that way. It could change in the future, but I'm pretty certain we're just going to be getting a copy and paste M1. So in terms of firepower, we do have the 105mm gun. And our two types of AP FSDS, I'm assuming, is going to be the M735, which you can see, which is 350mm of penetration. Not amazing, to be honest. The M735 round is pretty subpar. Its angle performance is pretty bad. If you've played the XM1, you'll know that it's kind of whack. We also have the M774 round. This is a little bit more penetration when it comes to actually flat, but it is a lot better when it comes to angled penetration. Nearly 50mm more angled penetration at 60 degrees. It's a hell of a lot more. It does a lot more post-pen damage as well. It just makes the tank a lot more reliable than something like the XM1, for example. In terms of mobility, the XM1 is going to be a little bit better. So you can basically expect the new premium coming in. It's basically just going to be like a chubby XM1. You are going to have better armor protection though. If we take a look at this thing, I'm guessing it's going to be similar to the terms. Well, it's going to be the same battle rating as the terms, 10.3. Is it in this one? There it is. Let's get the 3BM42 at point blank range. And you can see that at close range, may as well use this thing. You're still going to be able to go through the front of it. Maybe at a bit further range, that isn't going to be the case. But as you can see, the early M1 Abrams, they weren't really designed to be taking on other tanks from such close range really. It was more chemical protection that it was focusing on. I think it was the M1A1 which you got the depleted uranium inserts, which made this pretty formidable against other tanks at close range. But against the high-powered German and Soviet AP FSDS rounds, this isn't going to be the best tank in the world. If we switch over to the Heat of Fest, where is it? Do they have a Heat of Fest? There we go. I'm going blind today. So when we change to Heat of Fest, we can see that we're pretty much immune on this tank apart from the turret ring, which is a well-known weakness of the American design, and the cannon breech itself. The two cheeks and our lower frontal plate is completely immune from chemical rounds, at least when it comes to tank-fired Heat of Fest. We can find the BMP 2M. Where is that little bugger? It's 9.3. There we go. I apologise. I've just finished work. That's a proxy. Protection map. So with the high power anti-tank guided missiles, they are still going to be able to go through you. So all in all, the new M1 coming to the game, if it's a copy and paste of this M1 tank, it's not going to be the best in the world, to be honest. Compared to something like the Leopard Panzer Battalion 123, it's going to be comparable. You're going to have slightly less firepower, I believe, than the 120, but you're going to have much better mobility, as well as slightly better protection, I guess. Just bear in mind, if you are going to buy this tank, the Abrams are very easy to kill frontally in close quarters maps. In a hold down position, that's a different story. But because most maps are considered more towards a Soviet meta of getting up close and personal, the Abrams does suffer a little bit when it comes to actually fighting in War Thunder. Also, something to point out, the Abrams turret isn't symmetrical. You'll never be able to unsee that again. It looks horrible from the top. But anyway, lads, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick little summary. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully my new microphone doesn't sound ass. I've been trying for ages to get good settings, so hopefully this sounds alright. Anyway, boys, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.